I started struggling with debt at university. It was difficult, um, not having the support of my family financially, having to manage rent, budgeting. In fact, I had no idea about how to budget. I ran into a huge overdraft. I maxed it out, didn't really understand the concept of how much you should spend every month. I went to India, got a job in India. So at that point, it was almost escapism because I left all my debt behind. I was working as a self-employed person in India. And with that, doing my tax returns, one I thought I did, one I didn't. And yeah, just kind of blocking it all out, really. The way I dealt with debt is don't check your bank account, don't deal with it. So I didn't check my UK bank account. Obviously, I didn't open any letters because I was in India. And again, the overdraft sitting there, the HMRC debts running up, and being unable to face that, they just kept making it higher and higher and higher. Every time I got a letter, I just had a massive meltdown. But luckily at that point, I had a GP that was incredible, and he'd been monitoring me over the year and said, I think you've got bipolar. And so I had my referral, went to see a psychiatrist, and he said, yes, you have bipolar type 2. And I guess that was when I was 30. So it took till I was 30 to get this diagnosis. When I got to know Bipolar UK better, there was an incredible woman called Lorna, and she helped me so much. When I explained my debt issues, she said, have you heard of PayPlan? And I said, no, what's PayPlan? And she said, okay, this is the contact, get in touch with them, they're going to be able to help you. It actually took me ages to get in touch with you. I don't know why. I don't know, it was just financial stuff just frightened me. I didn't want to do it. Then I finally got in touch. I explained how much I was struggling and that there was actually no support for bipolar in Leicestershire. So that was the first part we started when I was speaking to Natalie. She, instead of going straight into the financial, she was like, okay, we've got to get you some help now. And she said, just wait, I'm going to go away and I'm going to find some support for you, which was just incredible being spoken to like that. I've tried so many avenues to try and get support and no one did. But then she spent the time to go and find me some local support. And she did. And she found an amazing company called Bipolar, well, a CIC called Bipolar Lift. And I started going to those sessions, and even just speaking to them when they were understood helped me. So that was the first part. PayPlan helped me. It wasn't financially, but it was actually giving me that support, not feeling alone. And then from then we started discussing options, how I was going to resolve this debt, and we did a budget, and then we very clearly realized why. I can't remember exactly how much money I was short every month to support my life, but it made perfect sense. I mean, everyone says, how did you rack up all your debt? Did you spend things incorrectly? And actually, okay, yeah, I had no idea about budgeting, but the biggest problem was that to live here in my house and actually just survive, I wasn't affording it. I didn't have the money coming in, and this was a lot to do with my illness and being ill over and over and over again. And being shown budgeting, when I put it all out on a spreadsheet, I was just like horrified at how much things cost in life. This probably sounds, yeah, I just didn't realize. I'd never looked at a month like everything I spend. So with that, PayPlan was so helpful. Even simple things like gifts, for example, like I would never budget or think to budget for gifts, like people's birthdays and things like that. That's one thing I remember very vividly, going, do I have to, oh, clothes, I have to budget for clothes, I have to budget for my medication. I have to budget for all these things. I was major in deficit. The next step obviously was, okay, what we're going to do about it. And I had no idea there was anything I could do about it other than cry. I didn't know what to do. And there are things you can do to then find that I could actually remove all of that. The most important thing I learned is to communicate with these people, because if you communicate with these people, they understand your situation. Actually, they can be incredibly helpful. I'm getting well. I've got the brain space to, something that, it started a journey. PayPlan started that journey with me. And then, I'm 37 now. It's only been till this year that I'm actually financially independent, which is just, to feel in control. If you're struggling with your debt, just know that there is help out there and it is possible. I'm living proof. I managed to get rid of my debt. And yeah, as I said, you have to put the effort in. But with the support that I got from PayPlan, I got phone calls, and it wasn't always phone calls about debt. There was a lot of emotional support there as well, which was just so important, to just know that, there was a safe space and somebody was there for you